Hello, this is Simply Adventuring. Where am I coming to you from? I'm coming to you from Summit Hill, PA, and we are going to go do the Switchback Railway. By we, I mean me and this guy. So I met him at the meetup. This is Robbie from I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring. So this is our first explore together, and he knows the way, so I'm just gonna follow.
So there's a plaque right here that actually designates this as a National Historic Landmark.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Cool, yeah.
It's got like 1976.
So was this anything in particular, like a rest stop or something like that?
I don't know if it was just built because of that, because it has mortar in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw the picture I posted the other day. I was in a culvert.
Oh.
There's no mortar in it.
Oh.
None. It's just stacked stone. It's really cool.
Mm.
But that's on the lower side, like as you would come back. That's the only thing I really found that was cool along that whole length of trip. So 9 miles for pretty much nothing. You go ahead. You're not gonna get lost here. I know you're trying to get videoed. I got video of this section already, so.
Oh, I can tell we were the first ones through here.
For a while, yeah.
Spider webs already. Well, at least today.
Yeah. Usually see like mountain bikers come through here.
Oh.
There's usually nobody like till Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
The lower side of the trail, I hit more people than up here.
So what's the, I didn't look into the information. What's the full length of the railroad?
16 miles.
16 miles, okay.
So yeah, it's a good walk.
But we're not going to do 16 miles today. We're going to...
I mean, you can if you want to.
Oh, no. I won't have no legs for work on Monday.
Oh, these big holes dug out every so often.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it more like up top. But I don't know if that's like dirt that they used for like to fill in, you know, to hold the grade. Because in pieces is like a 3% grade.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit more than 3% grade. But I don't know if that's what they did with that dirt. But you'll see those holes every so often. Almost like they dug it out. In my video. And I didn't find one on my video. So I get to find one for you, I guess.
What'd you find?
This is like a square, but you can feel it.
Square nut?
It's a metal, but every now and then you'll find them.
Hmm. That's
like
interesting.
I didn't find any on my video. Of course, I was looking for them. Yeah, I took over one. I used to find them all the time along here, like the top side. So I don't know if it was like maybe a shoe for a mule, or I don't really know what their feet look like, to be honest with you.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Maybe a chain, a link from a chain, or a block, or something. I don't know. It's odd that you find it on here. Could be an old beat up nut.
So we got our first little obstacle here. Got a few fallen trees on the trail.
Short video. So I was just saying Lewis about the speed of the trucks coming from here between 50 and 65 miles an hour. This is kind of incredible to think that on this path at some point, guys are coming through here over the coal, or people at some points, and look at and pointing at that speed with no brakes, no engine. Really nowhere to say when you're in case of emergency. If they were sat on a picnic bench, pretty much about the same platform that they were sitting on in those cars. So just something to think about. Sorry, brother.
Nope, that's fine. You said everything you needed to say. I don't have to say a thing. I'm like, I'll just let him just do all the narrating from now on. I'm only kidding.
Like a tour guide.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, he's behind me here. Yeah, this is really neat. Not very hard right now. Not very strenuous. It only has like a 3% grade. We just went up one of the switchbacks already, so. But this is pretty much, it looks like a straight shot all the way up to Mount Pisgah. From what I saw in the info board over there. Ooh. Yeah, it is a little bit humid today, so I thought I was hearing stuff up that way. Yeah, so, but it is still an enjoyable hike here so far. It's not like too strenuous yet at this point. But we are starting to gain some elevation already here. There's the road. I believe that's Owl Creek Road coming up that way. And it leads right here through Summit Hill. And just right down the road is Jim Thorpe. So we're really close by it to Jim Thorpe. Well, we'll eventually get to, once we get up to Mount Pisgah, we'll be considered in Jim Thorpe again. Just trying to keep an eye on Robbie. He said it wasn't feeling a little bit too good when we first started the trail, so of course he just recently did this maybe a couple of days back, he said. Not even a week ago he did this trail as well. And this is pretty much what you get, because we're just following the old switchback railroad way here, where the tracks would have been. As you can see, there are still some ties right here. There's a piece of tie right here buried in the ground yet, so they didn't get every single bit of tie up. keep feeling the bugs on my skin, on my arms. Trying to land on it, even though I had put some deep woods off already. They're still landing on it. Mostly the gnats. They're not as they don't care about whatever chemical you put on yourself. So as you can see, there's purple paint here, so you have to stick to the trail pretty much, because all that is private property up there. As Robbie was mentioning, the people just buy up the land. Well, it was a little sunnier earlier when we first started doing the actual hike. I gotta look back a little bit every once in a while, see if he's still back there. But he's doing his own thing. So Robbie decided to try to go up a little bit up the steps here, or I'm not lost. I'm exploring is up there.
And I'm only, what do you think, I'm maybe like 2% of this?
Maybe, if that.
It's like straight up. Ooh, look pretty easier one. That's the plan. What do you think?
What?
Trekking poles.
Yeah. Well, I did the 1,000 steps and the 500 steps without a trekking pole.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nobody living under there, I guess. Trying to get me falling?
No.
That is much steeper than it looks.
Just gonna go up for a little bit. See how it is. How bad you say. Yeah. Gotta dig in here a little bit. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, definitely like the 1,000 steps. Maybe a little bit. I'm sure by the time you get to the top of this, you'll never want to climb these up again. Wow. Oh yeah. Whoa.
Be careful, they're kind of steep.
Yeah. they're like on an angle also too, so it still continues up more. I don't want to find out today. There's Robbie. I think we made it to about the same place, right?
Yeah, you might actually be up a little higher than I was.
Okay.
Like I said, like you look at down here, it doesn't look like you're up very far.
Yeah.
You get up there and you see how far up they go yet. We'll just check that out another day.
Yeah. Another time.
I'm not dying.
Yeah. With the humidity being so high right now, so feels a lot warmer than it is.
Especially a hot day for steps up there. We took our turn kind of climbing up, maybe about, I don't know, 2% of them.
Maybe 20 feet if
20
that.
feet up, yeah. And it definitely feels like you walked a mile by the time you got those couple
Man.
steps. It's a neat little climb. I know there's another section that is supposed to be in better shape, so we'll check them out as well.
As you can see, some of the stones here are the size of a car, sometimes even a pickup truck.
Some of them might be the size of a bus.
I mean, look how large the stones are up that way, especially. Wow.
Crazy.
That's incredible. Imagine having to do a rock scramble up these things. That would be crazy. Wow.
But I'd probably fall and bust my butt.
So we were just walking along here, and we noticed this. Not sure what it is. Some kind of stone wall of some sort. But you can tell it's man-made. It's definitely not natural. You can tell it was stacked for a reason. Maybe some type of a bridge abutment, we're thinking. But this also looks like as we were walking along, we noticed that it was starting to come up and up and up and meeting up right here.
You ever see these notes? Just follow this path over, and it was laying on the rock over here.
Oh, yeah.
They're like all over the place.
Yeah, I've heard about those. Some person just leaves them randomly.
Hanging from a tree or something. I've seen them along the canal quite a bit.
Oh, wow. So we are along a rock wall here. So this probably could have been part of the switchback as well. And another big jumble of rocks here, boulders here. And look how the tree has bent around the actual rock a little bit right here as well. That rock, it looks like it's almost leaning right on the actual tree itself. And you can see the tree is bending a little bit. working its way up and up and up and up. Yeah, so that's kind of neat to find this kind of stuff. Gotta be careful of places like this because rattlesnakes might be hiding in places like this as well. This looks like just like one big giant slab right here. You can tell right here of conglomerate. You can see this conglomerate right there. And you can see that that path from that stone wall still continues on that way, but it looks like it's going down now. Yeah, you can still see that stone wall following along, and then it ends just a little bit right about where he is at. But there's, if you look over here, there's another smaller wall right here where the actual switchback railroad traveled on over here as well. But this, it's weird because this one continues down that way as well. So, but then comes up this way. And then would have continued on over to where that stone wall jutted out and stuff. So, I just went the long way. That's why, instead of going down to come up that way. Wow. More mountain laurel.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like there's like an islet there. Yeah, just that one part that's really sketchy. I mean, the whole thing's kind of sketchy, but that little part right there is like, wow. Yeah.
That was kind of cool, though, to do that.
It's the most fun we've had yet, I think.
Yeah. The most challenging.
The most challenging, yeah. Nearly.
Yeah, so it looks like he said it has water. about a foot deep. Oh yeah, definitely no muck boots today.
Yeah.
Oh.
A bigger lake than what I have.
Oh yeah. Oh, wow.
Lewis brought the sun with him today. Oh yeah. Much brighter than my headlamp. It's flooded pretty far back, it looks like.
Oh wow.
I want to go back there so bad.
Yeah, so bad too, but I don't have any muck boots along.
You think that's about a foot deep?
Oh yeah, maybe even more in some spots.
And then before the wall, and then after the wall, it looks like it's still flooded out pretty good. There's a boot for you, Lewis, right there. Just one, you just gotta hop.
Yeah, I see it right there.
Up on top of that rock, that's the cliff we climbed across a little bit ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And this is the mine we were hoping to get into today. But it's quite flooded, as you guys can see. So we'll have to make a return trip for this one.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be flooded or have to bring some muck boots along.
That's one of the things too I thought. But I didn't know what to expect. Looks like this was gated off at one point.
Oh.
I'm thinking that's what might be in the water there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's pretty cool. Right when I walked back here, a frog jumped in the water, scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
So that's that.
But after that there's water too, so after the wall there too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe we could get past, if we got past the wall. on this. But it looks like the wall is flooded up to the top of the wall. I'm going to put the drone up quick while we're looking.
So welcome to the Hackleberry Mine Tunnel. But unfortunately today we won't be able to go inside of it because, as you can see, it has at least a foot and a half of water in some locations, and then there's a wall back there. Unfortunately, I moved my light all the way to the back so you can see inside a little bit more. A little bit of history. This was dug out in 1824, and it closed for a time, but it reopened in 1846 again. It was dug from up to, I believe, 2,000 feet. It was originally, when it was originally dug out, it was 700 feet. And then in 1846, they dug it out further to 2,000 feet. But unfortunately now, because of collapses and what have you, and flooding, you can only access up to 200 feet when it's nice and dry. Yeah, who knows who's living in there right now. Okay, yeah, we're back on the, coming up on the switchback again. Well, at least this was a little bit less steeper than the way we were planning to go originally.
It's only a little sketchy.
The things I do for content.
You make it look easy.
Gonna take a rest?
You didn't tell me this was like gonna be our cardio workout today.
I didn't know either. It was supposed to be an easy hike up to Mount Pisgah, but
They lied to us. Still better than climbing the plane.
I'll eventually
Trying to take
do
me out.
that. Nope.
There it goes.
Let me see. She's behind
Popped
that.
up so quick.
Yeah. She was probably sitting right beside here somewhere. And then we startled it. Or her. It looks like a female. Yep, she's right up there.
Oh, yeah,
She's
looking at us.
looking down. She's looking down at us.
Hope that comes on camera better than I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. There she is. She's just standing still there. I don't know if you can see it or not. She's blending in pretty good. And I can't zoom in right now.
Want to play water ball? Climb on up there, Lewis.
If my legs can take it.
Yeah, I know. If you even did that climb out of the line, it might not have been bad. It's tighter than the other one.
So these are the second set of Indian steps. Well, at least these have somewhere to hold on to. Because the steps are very, very shallow. Oh boy. See how far it goes up. But then I gotta come back down. Oh, okay. It's right there. And I'm sure it continues up more. And then it comes to a flat area here. Looks like a lot of coal up there.
There's a trail up there.
Yeah.
Go to the left.
Huh?
If the trail that goes to the left should take you down over top of that pipe in the spring.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. So I'm a little bit off trail now. There's the spring source right there, and then it has a pipe, but it's hardly carrying any water through the pipe right now. It's naturally going down the side there. And I'm sure when it gets more rain and stuff like that, this will flow better. But, so this is the source here for this guy. Wow. Pretty cool. Again, this is all off the switchback trail as we make our way to Mount Pisgah. So again, this is the second set of steps, Indian steps that he was talking about. I partly went up the first one, but they go down, they go up even more. So now comes the fun part. coming down these steps carefully. So what I'm going to do is go sideways. But there are some that are really, really, really shallow. Especially right here, there's hardly any steps. Then we have these little side stones right here as well. Ooh. That was fun to go up. So again, there was the stone steps I went up. Oh wow, look at this. Outcropping looks like. Sorry.